bunch of people were asking me about how I do my jiggle physics recently, so let's have a look at how I do that. This cube's going to be a nice mound of adipose tissue, so we can make a jiggle. I assume that's what most of you will be doing. Armature, core, parent. You don't need to straighten that out, but I like to do it. Targets. Target will be a child of parents, and then we want jiggle. There will be two identical bones in the same location. You want jiggle to be a child of parent as well. But you do not want target to be a child of jiggle. You want it to be a child of parent. And you want parent to be a child of whatever the rest of the rig is. In this case, is just the one bone to keep stuff in place. Then we're gonna take the jiggle bone into pose mode. We're gonna add a bone constraint, stretch to, and you want armature name here, and then target. What this will do is make the bone stretch to the target. That's what we want. At this point, we can give this a nice armature modifier. You want this to be the you want to assign all these vertices to jiggle. This is how this looks at this point. Now we're gonna do some actual jiggle physics. I'm using spring bones. We want this target to be spring but not rotation. Let's set that to 0.4 bouncy, 0.6 speed. You can use any jiggle physics you want. What you want to do will depend partially on the details of your jiggle physics add-on, but I like to use spring bones. It's nice and simple. I also use wiggle 2 sometimes, also quite nice. Anyway, parent is also going to get a jiggle physics settings, and in parent's case it will be a rotation jiggling, so it jiggles around its axis rather than the entire location jiggling. If I did set this up right, I can start interactive mode and start jiggling. It looks pretty good. Maybe if we lower the speed, give parent a very slight gravity influence, and lower the speed on that as well, and lower the bouncy on that as well. You'll always end up having to tinker a bunch with the settings on jiggle in any kind of physics you could do with Blender. That's just been my experience. Getting a different feel for the jiggle here now. Anyway, we're not going to dial that entirely today. I also wanted to show you the setup I was using for Lime the Slime, which is a little more complicated. So I'm not going to just explain every step. Let's turn on the jiggle physics for now. Put this aside. Make a big sphere. Give it a nice flat bottom. Cursor. That'll be our Lime the Slime stand-in for today. And now we're going to make a lattice to save us the time of actually rigging this slime with vertex weights, which would be a huge pain. I like to set my lattice deforms to linear. Deform lattice. The lattice can be a cursor to world origin. Both can be I want to set up the jiggle physics for this right now. Set it up kind of like this. This will be a child of this. This will be a child of this one. Targ 2, targ 1, jiggle 1, jiggle 2, empty groups, you actually jiggle 2, assign, jiggle 1, assign. I don't think I named the base bone unit. Core. The mesh makes these groups automatically, but with a lattice, I guess it just doesn't. That looks good. That looks good. We're gonna set up the stretch to constraints now. Targ 2, stretch 2, targ 1. Yep, that's working correctly. Now we set these to spring. Let's see. That is kind of working correctly, but not quite. Object, I guess. Yep, there we have it. And like I've said, you can dial in the to kind of do what you want. I don't know the exact settings Lime the Slime has off the top of my head, but you can like change them around. And one thing I did on Lime the Slime is I had an object constraint, a maintain volume, free axis Z, and that's how I made her do these movements. It made her a little stiff along the lengths when you stretch her out like this, but that's how I did it. I hope this has been educational for people. I hope I didn't make a fool of myself recording this. Bye.